Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthmacore Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
You have smoked yourself retarded.
here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get high?
196. Chris.
I'm Rob. I'm Aaron. Michael. You are Michael. What are you eating over there?
Know that's Big Dick B.
Is that gummy bears?
Haribo.
Again?
Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
All right. So what's been going on? What are you guys up to?
Not a whole lot,
That's
man. Just enjoying my weekend. Went out to the Comic-Con like we were talking earlier.
I thought Comic-Cons would be fun to take my kids to. Not so much.
No?
Yeah.
Why?
I can't really blame them. I don't really see it
I
as
saw
a
a
kid.
shit ton of kids.
Sure, I saw kids there. I saw kids but I
Were
didn't.
they having fun? Is the question.
Unless you're really into seeing the cosplay, I don't know what there is for kids there.
All the toys and stuff?
It is mostly adults buying toys that I saw.
I feel this is the part where I should mention it is for comic books.
Yes,
Generally
shit
for
ton of
children.
comic books, yep.
I don't know.
It used to be.
Oh, there still are.
I don't think that's the majority of who's buying comic books.
Well, the people that show up at these ones are like the, traders.
The traders?
Yeah, the traders. They come in with huge boxes.
Traitors? Like traders to...
No, not to their clan or their, being or cause.
Traders with a D.
Traders.
It's guys setting up booths that have like big collections of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be me when I retire.
Trade paperbacks. Yeah, I could see that happen to you.
I'd be like, I don't even really need the money, but I just want to sit somewhere where somebody's going to talk to me every once in a while.
About comic books?
Yeah, about comic books.
Yeah.
And I could tell them, I remember the day I bought that Astonishing X-Men #1.
There you go.
You don't even know what 9/11 is.
And they'll be like, okay, well, man, just let me buy the comic book, okay?
So you're going to take my money now or keep telling me stories?
We can start out slow this week. Maybe a little Florida man.
Florida man.
Man.
Oh, good old Florida man.
I'm sorry, Florida boy.
What?
Oh, Florida boy. Oh, can we tell the story?
A boy identified as Mason who really wanted a stuffed animal out of one of those claw machines.
This isn't fake?
That looks real.
Yeah.
So
I thought this was fake.
he crawled in through the door that ejects. I mean, those are pretty big stuffed animals in that, so it's got to have a decent door. And he crawled up into it and then was stuck inside the claw machine because he couldn't crawl back out the way that he came in.
Dumb.
Makes sense. I mean, it's not designed to just let things
Right.
out.
But the kid climbing in. Dumb.
Although, if you got it, if he probably could have just crawled into that compartment right there where the claw drops it.
Right.
Anything that goes in there comes out the door.
That's how we got in.
Yeah, I was
right?
going to say that's how he got in.
I don't think that's
right?
how he got in.
Really?
How the fuck else would he have gotten in?
It's not
I don't
Houdini.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think
That had to be the door he got
Yeah,
in.
the only way in.
Well, it doesn't track then that he'd be able to get in but not out. It seemed like because the animals can get out, but you can't get your hand in. That's kind of the concept of the design, right? I don't know. I don't know. How long was he in this stupid thing
Your
for?
kid is a dumbass.
Not long. They should have left him in there to die.
Firefighters
5
had
minutes.
to show up. Come on, man.
Evolution.
Leave him to die.
That's what happens.
Leave him to die. You see people trying to play the claw game around his corpse.
Weeding the herd.
Yeah.
Hey, they got to get this guy out of here. I can't get to this butterfly.
He's just going to make more kids that are going to climb
You
into
guys
more
are-
claw
You
machines.
guys are cold.
Get his body out
Stop
of there.
this
I want
now.
the red dog.
Right. I mean, where were the parents, though? Dipping out the back door.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, I know,
he looks
right?
comfortable.
They're on
No,
their fifth
just-
pitcher of beer.
They saying to the staff, just ignore him. He'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
He'll tire himself out eventually. Did he get his stupid doll?
Yeah, they said he got it at the end there.
The spirit, it was worth it.
Yep.
He wanted a football.
He ended up with a doll, though. A doll, though? Whoa. A doll, though.
No, wait. No, it says a toy football. It wasn't a doll.
Yeah, totally worth it. Totally worth getting caught. Totally
Toy
worth the
foot-
fire
and
department's
more.
time.
He got and
Totally
more.
worth all the taxpayers' money.
Yep. There's time for these people to report it. It's important.
Dude, you don't hear this often, but fuck that kid.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Where's your heart?
Yeah,
This
dude.
shows
What do you mean,
like
where's the heart?
Yeah,
Because-
where's your heart?
these people.
We all never
Sure,
climbed
it-
in.
it
You've
costs
raised a child
taxpayer
as
money,
you've
yes.
raised 2 children that have not climbed into a claw machine.
How old is this asshole?
See,
First
Exactly.
and foremost, I never crawled into a toy machine.
4 or
He looks
5.
about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's forgivable.
No.
That's
by
a-
4 or 5, you should know not to climb into the claw machine.
a face tattoo. You'll give one mulligan on a face tattoo and call it off at a second. But a 4 or 5-year-old boy, that's it.
That's it, dude. You climb
Like,
into one claw
you
machine.
You have proved yourself
You have no
not
claw
worthy
machines.
Throw
to
'em out.
participate in society.
Put a bullet in his head.
Oh,
No, face tattoo could even be a warning, like, hey, that teardrop means you killed a man. Don't piss this guy off.
Ice cream cone on his cheek.
so you have respect for the face tattoo
This
3
kid,
scoop.
we can see
for
the
at least
stupid.
one face.
We can see it
tattoo.
right now.
At 2,
Climbed into a claw machine.
2+, that's over the line. But a 1 strike you're out policy when it comes.
I mean, the subplot
Claw.
on this is like, this is a kid who obviously is used to having everything he wants all the time.
It must have advanced to something else where there's a video of a cat sleeping in one of these things. So the guy's trying to grab it with the claw. It's like, fuck off, I'm sleeping.
What if the cat shat on him?
Yeah.
How does a cat get out?
This door.
This cat is not only
The
mad
good
that
news,
you...
there was minimal damage to the claw machine.
Good.
Oh, thank God. Minimal.
Good. That's important.
Like, sure, okay, so whoever owns this thing is out probably hundreds of dollars, possibly more. These things aren't
Hey,
that
wait, he
common.
took more than just football? So
Yeah,
they're out
he got more.
than one toy.
More than one toy.
Yeah.
Why did he get more?
End of the story.
Oh, it says more.
They got probably they were just
Turns out the
like,
potentially Freddy
take whatever the
experience
fuck
was
you want,
worth
just
it
get the
in.
fuck out of here.
Mason got a toy football and more. He came out with some toys, Sutton told
And more.
Florida Today. He did end up with what he was after.
Well, I don't think. I mean,
Dude, I would have told that kid.
to be rewarded more than
See? Just should have let him die because now he's just climbing more
no,
claw
there's a middle
machines.
ground there.
That'll be
Now,
cute.
now he's
I'm
gonna
trying-
think,
Hey,
hey, if I
Mom,
keep
look at
climbing
me.
into claw
I'm in the
machines,
claw machine.
I'm gonna get like 5 of these things every
Not
time I
only
do this.
do I think he was worth keeping alive, but it was worth the taxpayer money to get him out of the claw machine. But he should have left with nothing.
Right.
Be peaceful death. He'll just run out of air.
No, that's not peaceful. That's
You wouldn't run out of air.
That's true. He just opened a little door.
Yeah. There's
He
a
just put
cracks
food and
in the
water in
it's
there.
building.
only like
He could grow up in there.
Suffocating to
Shit's
death
not airtight.
is probably a horrible way to die.
He could be like the bubble boy.
If you have like
But only in a
carbon
claw machine?
monoxide poisoning that knocks you out first, then that's kind
Like,
of just like
oh.
slipping away in your sleep.
Ideas, all right. We'll put a pin in that.
I wonder if the claw will
Does
fit
have a
around his
door.
skull.
They come by every few days, fill up more toys. He
That's
gets
how you-
older.
Yeah.
And you know, as he hits puberty, every once in a while they drop a pocket pussy in there for him.
Oh, Jesus, man. He puts inside a teddy bear.
The boy in the claw machine.
Yeah. See? Now it's a movie.
They throw him
He's
food.
famous. Oh, wait. No. I forgot. Fuck this kid.
Jesus. Brutal.
Florida boy.
Surprised he doesn't have a GoFundMe.
See, this is what Florida man does when he's a kid. He gives you indicators.
Exactly.
It's already in the headline. Florida boy. His even stupider son. Florida boy. Because he doesn't know anything yet. Florida man at least knows things.
Nobody teaches him that type of shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This wasn't some drunk dude who crawled into the thing.
No, this is
his kid.
Just his kid.
Florida boy was raised by Florida man. You can't hold it against him.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, man.
See, Rob knows.
Yeah,
Rob's
I've seen
these
people.
Rob deals a Florida man once a year.
6 months out of the year. I'll go down there and or not 6 months, a couple weeks out of the year.
Fine, let's move on then. You're a heartless bastard.
You should see these people.
How about Vagina Mohawks?
I'm down for that.
Was that a band?
There you go.
They come into
it should be.
They come into the film
It
more?
is, isn't it? That's the band name for this week. The Vagina Mohawks.
Vagina Mohawks is an emo band. All women.
3-piece.
4.
It'd be all dudes.
Keyboard.
You know, it's ironic. We're feminists.
Their first album's called "This Is What a Feminist Looks Like."
Second album, Femme Rock.
I love the headline says it's exactly what it sounds like.
It kind of is, only some fashion show where some of the models went bottomless. But that is most definitely a
Wow,
Merkin.
that is an angry bush.
That is
an angry fucking bush.
That's not
It
her
looks
real
like she's
hair.
trying to have a little red penis. Like a red rocket, like a dog.
Right. It's a full pubic hair patch.
Wow.
More than full. And then a red mohawk on top of that, jutting
Nice.
out.
My kind of woman.
There's quite a few of them. See, now this woman has...
This is like just showing
It's like a
exclusively her
spiked up
bush.
landing strip, but that's on top of nude-colored underwear.
Yeah.
Just a hand in the bush.
So there's no actual
the
vagina
bush.
being displayed.
The
But
bush.
this is racy.
Hold on.
This is fashion, clearly. I don't know who's going to wear this in what situation, but it's couture.
It doesn't look warm.
What does it look-
Nobody in Michigan would wear this.
Well, the pubes themselves look warm, but yeah, the surrounding area, I think you'd be quite chilly. Well, you know, this is the spring collection, Rob. Come back for winter, and you'll see
They'll have a
I'm
scarf
sorry.
on.
I'm so last
they'll have
season.
pants with the crotch cut out, so
I'm
you can see
sorry.
the mohawk.
I'm so last season. Gotta keep up with my seasons.
Well, this chick looks like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. That I'd like to fuck.
Is that a chick? The one with the alfalfa hair
Yeah.
and the generous, patch of pubes
The rising
above the pants.
The pubis.
rising
But-
bush.
You know what's so uncomfortable about this is that it's spread so evenly. It's like a peacock tail. It looks like she's got a small bird inside of her pants.
It does.
It's like her vagina caught a bird.
Like the top of one of those crazy Mohawk penguins is hanging out.
Yeah. I like your ideas.
No, Blake Shelton's porking his ex-wife.
Why?
That's gotta hurt. You didn't know that?
No, I don't
No, they
keep
got
up with
divorced,
bullshit.
and she married Blake Shelton.
The guy from, what was his name, Gavin?
Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah, that's right.
Gavin Rossdale.
Gavin.
Where the fuck did he grow up with a name like Gavin Rossdale?
England.
Yeah, they're English.
England. That's all you need to know. England.
That's all you need to know.
Gavin Rossdale.
No, I know. I know he's English, but it just, even as an English name, it sounds like he grew up in a manor.
Like the
Gavin
servants.
Rossdale.
Maybe it's just a common name. Only the elite Rossdales made it over to America.
You go over there, the most gangsterhood motherfucker's named Gavin Rossdale. He's named after Great Britain's most notorious gangster.
Damn.
That's right. That's the thing. Like, you can tell by names who you should like be wary around in the U.S. Over
Yeah.
there, like Lawrence will fuck you up.
No, it's...
Larry. Fuck Larry. That's what we'd say over here.
Yeah. Larry.
Larry ain't doing shit. You tell Larry he can kiss my ass.
We're done working over there, Larry. You.
You're dressed like Larry with that hat.
Yeah, Larry.
No, it's
I
more
like
of a-
his hat.
It's more of a berry.
Where's Sammy?
Take it back.
No.
Take it back.
I will eateth children.
I will eat.
Allah is great.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Jesus. You delivered that line right after that breath?
No, that was...
No, I'm saying in that
saying-
interview. It was just crazy.
We just did this 10 minutes ago.
I know. I'm here. I'm awake.
It's the dichotomy of Mike Tyson. He will eat your children, but he loves his deity.
Yep. He has his priorities on it.
Yeah. Children eating, loves his maker.
Not in any
He's a
specific
Renaissance
order.
man. He's a complicated man.
And no one understands him.
Better.
But I don't even think his ladies do, actually.
No, right? Tried to make Robin Givens understand him.
Yeah, the hard
Jail.
way. Use their face like a punching bag.
Like a speed bag.
He's a complicated boxer.
Yeah.
And no one understands him
Yeah.
No, really, no one understands
at
him.
all.
Yeah. You ever heard the motherfucker talk? No one understands him.
So I spent 3 hours of my afternoon driving for Lyft today.
Oh, nice. Did you win in? Make any money?
I did, actually.
Meet any
Yeah.
cool people?
I don't know about cool.
No? Assholes?
I don't know them. I figure,
All right, quick
I'm
question
proud-
for you. You're new to the game.
right.
What is your preference as far as do you let people ride in the front seat or is it
Nobody
back
tried to
seat
get in the
only?
front seat.
Really?
The front seat's all the way pulled up so they can have as much leg room in the back.
I try to get in the front seat every time. Today
I did it once.
and one
And I
other
don't think
time.
that my driver liked it. And I don't think most drivers like it. And I would rather they sit in the back seat.
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, I'll small talk with you if you want to keep the conversation going, but I don't push. You know, I'm not going to get into conversations that people don't want to talk about, and I won't even talk to you at all if you don't want to. It's fine.
See, like today,
It's a nice,
like
quiet ride.
today was the passive aggressive get in the back seat. Like you open the door, he had like a water bottle and a cell phone. Like, all right, cool. I'll get in the back. Like I don't care.
Oh, that maybe that's the signal. I had the water bottle ready to go in the back and the cell phone charger hooked up if they needed it. Although I didn't take a lot of long
It's
trips.
for both. Is it iPhone or
I have an
Android
iPhone for
or
mine,
Fire-
and I would
yeah.
happily pass it back, but I had an extra cable. It broke. All right, I'm working on it.
He's just getting his game together, okay? He doesn't have the bottles of water. He doesn't have...
I don't know. I think it's going to work out. I'm doing more adult things now, like having car payments and paying insurance and having bills in my name. I need to start making some of that money back from this car, first of all.
yeah? Listen, I'm paying for you. You pay me.
Start building my credit back up. So that, who knows how long this white privilege is going to last.
It's why it's called a privilege. It'd be taken away.
Damn.
Trust me. I've been socioeconomically. I've been white for about 5 years now. It's great. I was white
Right.
till like my 20s, and then I went on my own. Because mom and dad had my back. White privilege, suburbs. But 21 to 31.
Oh yeah,
Not so much white economically.
I wasn't so responsible with
That-
my credit or money.
That too. Your 20s, you just act like money is like dipped in a contagious virus. Here, get this away from me.
So yeah, I drove for like 3 hours. I made like $60. I think I was
My man
driving
says you made $20 an hour, son.
right.
Nice.
Back out my gas, like $5 or $7 because that little car is good on gas.
Yeah, but guess what? You can expense that shit next year, son. Save all your gas receipts for your taxes.
Oh, that's right.
That is now a business expense.
GIF of black dude pointing to his head.
Mileage. Keep track of your fucking mileage every day. Just write down when you start driving your
That's
starting and
right.
ending, because you can also claim that next year too.
Right, because that's another thing adults do is they pay taxes. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to claim this and shit.
No, but you can write
Oh,
it. You can look at it as coupons for money off what you owe the government.
Oh, I know how the system works, and I know how to work it. So my first ride today, my very first ride ever with Lyft, was close to. I turned on the app after dropping off my kid and redeeming a free car wash ticket that was given to me by the dealership.
What time was it?
What time was it? This was about 2:30 when I was
Oh my
done
god! I'm telling you, you could have been my Lyft driver.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like
You had used the app earlier today.
yeah, no, I called a Lyft driver from the airport at like.
I may have declined you. okay, so as soon as I turn the app on, within 5 minutes, I've got a ride, right?
Like 4 o'clock-ish.
I go pick up this old lady in a complex in the condos. She called me before I even got. She called me right after it was scheduled and confirmed everything and told me where she was located twice.
Wow, she actually called?
She actually called.
Wow. Dude, I've
So I
never
was
called
like,
these people.
Is this a thing? Like, is everyone going to call me? Well, I guess she had cataract surgery, and she wasn't seeing too well, and I had to help her out a little bit. But I found her eventually and took her to the liquor store. And she was like, this is going to be a round trip. And I'm like, it's not programmed for a round trip, but I don't know exactly how this works. But we'll go to the store, and then I'll turn off my app. And then when you're done, I'll turn it back on, and then you can call for a ride, and I'll be right here. And then I'll take you back. And she's like, okay, well, don't go anywhere. And she asked me like 3 or 4 times if I wanted anything. I was like, are you sure? A Mountain Dew? A bag of chips? You don't want anything?
Hand job?
What are you going to get you? I was like, no, I'm fine. And then she was just sitting there, and I'm like, you all good? And she's like, yeah, I'm just waiting for you to tell me what I'm going to get you. I don't know. I'll just pick something out randomly. And
nothing.
I'm like, I've got my coffee here. I'm really good. I appreciate it. She's like, okay, well, I don't know how to use the app. My friend used it for me, so you're going to have to, use my phone to put in my return address.
I would have quit immediately after that. Well, we're done with this. That was the first ride, and she was a pain in the ass every step of the way.
So we go to the liquor store. We get there, and before I can turn off my app, it's already scheduled another ride for me. So I have to then decline it.
Right.
And you're graded on an acceptance rate. That's part of your, how good of a Lyft driver they consider you. And there's definitely, if you hit the right acceptance rate and number of rides in a certain number of days, there's pretty healthy bonuses that you can get.
Do they do that for passengers?
Acceptance
decline
rate?
Somebody?
I don't know how they rate that, or if they would charge you more.
My first driver today,
I don't know how that would work.
Was a 4.6. I was like, nope.
You wouldn't take a 4.6?
Fuck no. I'd 4.9 or higher.
Jesus.
Wow. I got to check my rating for my rides today. I didn't even think of that.
Chris is high maintenance. He needs that
really?
5.
I'm a really easy 5-star, quite honestly.
Oh, I give everyone 5 stars. I gave myself 5 stars today on that lady's app. Well, she handed it to me. She couldn't even turn it on. I was like, just put your finger there right here, okay? And
it's a missed opportunity. Well, for less ethical people, I guess.
I missed an opportunity for a ride, yeah. Let me back up.
Okay.
I drop her off at the liquor store. She comes out with a case of beer, right? Then hands me her phone and makes me program the ride back. And I say, well, first you got to finish this part where you got dropped off. And she's like, okay, we'll put a tip in of $3. I'm like, it's 1, 2, or 5. And she put 5 in. I'm like, all right.
You're 20.
And then
it's a custom part.
And then you got to rate, and I was like, I got to get this over with. I'm like, 5 stars. Yes, this car was clean. And it was. Look, it was a 5-star ride that I gave this lady.
It was a 10-star from what I understand.
Right. So I had to decline the one ride and then wait for her, program in her ride. On the way back, she's telling me about how she's cracked a beer, and she's drinking it in my car. And telling me about how her boyfriend's coming over. And about how she gave her boyfriend a back rub last night.
So I know that's the thing. You can do that, all right.
You cannot do that. But she did. and then her boyfriend rolled over.
Rated her a 1
and then
star.
she's like, I'm not going to tell you anymore. And I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
And then I get back to her place, which wasn't that far of a ride. And she's like, okay, let's just sit here for a minute while I finish this beer and we can talk. And I'm like, I've got another ride. And she's like, okay, I won't be long. And just chatting me out, small talking about her husband.
Ugh.
Her husband died on the operating table. The doctors botched it. Her daughter's a wreck. Did she mention that she's got cataracts, had cataract surgery?
Get the fuck out.
I'd have been like, hey guys, I drove a Lyft passenger. It was cool.
Yeah.
Right.
We're done.
I buried her body.
I tried Lyft. So
she's like, okay, I get her to hurry up and finish her beer. And then she's like, you got to help me carry this beer. And I'm like,
oh, fuck you.
I'm like, I'll get it to your
I've
door.
already gone beyond.
I got it inside, helped her with the key, got it into the door of the condo, the complex there, and then put the beer down. I was like, this is where I've got to leave you. I've got to grab this ride or they're going to cancel it on me. And sure enough, they did cancel it on me because I respond, but I didn't start moving fast enough, and so they just cancel it and assign it to somebody else. So there's 2 rides. So I'm 50-50, right? I have 2 rides because she got me there and back.
Right.
Or I got
But
her
you
there and
lost
back.
2.
But I lost 2. So my acceptance rate is now 50%. And so another ride pops up and it's got this red warning about it, like, your acceptance rate is low. Like, you might want to take this one or shut your fucking app off.
Yeah.
The rest of them went a lot smoother.
Did you hit him up like, I'm still figuring this out, and my first
I
ride was
I'm
a
talking
Psycho.
to the app.
Right.
No, I'll make it up. I had a total of, I think, 8 rides today over the little over 3 hours that I did. And everybody else, some small
Where do
talk
you
here
go?
and there.
Is it just like people doing everyday shit? Is it destinations?
Getting off work, going to work, took a guy to Best Buy, picked a woman up from a nursing home, took her home, going to the mall with the kids, coming back from shopping with the kids, going back home. This is Saturday afternoon shit. And most times, I was steady going all those 3 hours, and it was lining shit up for me. You're in the middle of taking somebody somewhere, and they're like, okay, you got a ride lined up right after that. Go here. And when it's your last ride, you just turn the app off, and they don't schedule another one for you. So I made a little over $60 with $6 in tips, 5 from the blind lady, and 1 from somebody else. I don't know how common it is to get tipped.
That's the whole reason I use.
But you like Lyft?
Well, I was
you
waiting
tip in
for
app?
mine. Yeah,
Me too.
An older couple was behind me at the airport. I'm like, hey, is this where you wait for Uber? I'm like, yes. And they're asking me, like, so how does this work? I'm like, well, did you call the car? Yeah, okay, cool. Like, no, he has to, no, that's right. He has to be, like, so you don't tip him, right? I'm like, you use an Uber? He's like, yeah. I'm like, Uber? No. I was like, you might be able to now. He's like, I haven't used Uber in a while. So
I think Uber has incorporated that.
But
yeah.
I use Lyft because you can tip them. Like
Right,
when I
right
first
there,
started
yeah.
using these ride sharing, I did Uber. And Uber, you just use it and you get out.
I think Uber was more like you're not supposed to tip.
Yeah, they're like it's built into their
Right.
But
I don't know.
For me, like I'm cheap, but I know there's certain things you should tip on. And for me, like, I heard a good rule for tipping like 20 years ago that I've kind of always lived by is you should tip for something you could have done yourself. Technically, my car wasn't there. I couldn't have drove myself home. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right. Yeah, otherwise you're paying a premium probably for something that is like a specialty thing.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're hiring out your own grunt work,
Yeah.
just out of convenience, that's probably worth a tip.
So,
And because I think that's part of what it is about. Tipping is a part of the basic instinct of wanting to tip in those situations is that you are servicing me because you're in the service economy, but I want to show that my appreciation for that. And a way to say that I don't know, well, I mean, maybe for some people it's a way to clearly delineate that I am better than you. I think for most common people, it's like, we're just the same. You're just in this doing your job right now. I could go home and make myself food, but you're nice enough to do it for me, and here's a little extra.
I've been starting the crazy climate we're in now. I've been starting to see articles that saying tipping is racist and classist. And
What?
So, but that's other conversation for another show. We're smoking weed and having fun.
Tipping out or receiving tips?
Tipping in general, having to work for tips.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into
different
it.
conversation.
Yeah.
I could give you the numbers. Like I said, I picked up 8 people today and got tipped by 2 of them. I'm pretty sure that's not that common. I think
Every time I drive, dude, I tip 20% on Lyft. I tip 20% on like.
I do. I usually do the dollar tip if it's like a $7 or $8 run somewhere.
It's like me because my ride was $54. I tipped him $11, man.
How do you tip them 11? You can do like custom amount in
Yeah.
there? Oh, okay. I just go for it's 1, 2, or 5 or what? No, what did I say? Yeah, 1, 2, or 5.
Oh, Mandy was working, so
I
this
think
was just
3.
a thing. I'll get a Lyft home. Like, that's what it is.
I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15% on tips on Lyft. And to be honest, they're making decent money. I know because I made decent money. I average about $20 an hour, even after backing out my gas, and
and only 25% of your rides tipping you.
Yep. And as soon as I turned off the app, I hit payout. It went to my account, and I took it to the comic book store.
Nice. So doesn't Uber, like, don't you have to wait, and Lyft you get paid, like, right now?
I think that's an exclusive feature to Lyft. I don't know. I mean, I should know this. Apparently, I'm doing a commercial for them now.
All right.
But so far, first day's experience. This is going to be a good way to make some extra scratch and help pay off the cherry bomb. I named it, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Well, even like the car seemed very utilitarian. Like, this is reliable, not too flashy. It just gets me to work. Now that I'm going to be actually making money off of it, now I'm really protective of it. And the name just kind of came out. I think somebody like almost didn't really signal and kind of cut me off on the freeway. And I was like, you stay the fuck away from my cherry bomb. And I don't know why it just kind of stuck. So, little cherry bomb. It's not a bad car though, man. The stereo? All right. This tastes different. Is that something different that we're smoking in that joint?
Yes.
It tastes really fruity. Is that our strain for this week?
It is.
Do we have information on that, Rob?
Stand by.
Not yet.
I'm going to go back out after this. I'm going to have a coffee. And then I'm going to go pick up drunk people and take them home.
There you go. Might get a handy from a drunk chick.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder how much action Lyft drivers get when they do the closing time crowd. You know.
Man, you might have to start packing now. Who knows? Like, can you turn down stuff?
What are they going to do?
Like, if someone at, like, 3 in the morning is like, hey, come pick me up at, like, Whittier in Houston. You're going to, fuck no. I ain't coming down there at 3 in the morning.
Between three.
Like, between 3 and 3:30.
Yep.
Well, I probably wouldn't have my app on that late.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You turn it on when you want to work.
That's true. You could technically, because you live like 45 minutes away, you could make money going home.
Yeah, well, I was trying to do that today because I had
Oh, tried to make money coming out here?
Right, because I started out down in Taylor, and I was like, eventually I have like 4 hours to get out to your place to record tonight, and it's about 45 minutes away. So I started heading that way when I took my first ride, and that took me out of the way. And I went all over the place. I got close to you. I was probably around 6 Mile or so off of Southfield into Detroit, and then had rides that took me all the way back down to Taylor near the mall. That was like a mile from where I had dropped my daughter off 3 hours earlier. So I made a big, huge loop all the way around.
Shook your fist at the sky like, damn you.
No, I shook my fist full of money and said, let's go to the comic book store.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, it was totally worth it. That car's totally good on gas.
It's fucking, because you had a 4-bang or something.
What drugs are you on?
Well, I really can't find the strain information for this one.
Gorilla X?
Yeah, because I've never heard of it. And we'll go with a classic, though. The new renamed GG4, a.k.a. Gorilla Glue number 4. Is a potent hybrid strain that delivers a heavy-handed euphoria and relaxation, leaving a feeling glued to the couch. Its chunky, resin-covered buds fill the room with pungent, earthy, and sour aromas inherited from its parents' Chem Sister, Sour Dub, and Chocolate Diesel, taking first place in both Michigan and Los Angeles 2014 Cannabis Cups, as well as the High Times Jamaican World Cup. This multiple award-winning hybrid supremacy is no longer a secret, and the consumers will search far and wide to get their hands on this sticky GG4. But top 5 effects: relaxed, happy, euphoric, uplifted, and hungry.
I don't know when the last time it was this high. Actually, like that shit kind of hit me on the head.
I like it. Not as bad cottonmouth as I thought would. As it hits me now.
As I'm just sitting here also going, hey, I'm pretty fucking high.
Yeah.
I already had 100 milligram Edible today.
Yeah, I'm
That was
feeling.
this morning.
I'm feeling really loose.
That's my
I feel
flying medicine.
Noodly.
Nice.
Dude, I got up to 150. Dude, I think next time, 200. I gotta see what happens with 200. I mean, at 150, dude, I'm in ragdoll mode. I gotta move my arms, just like...
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking like straight to like... like they asked me, for the meal, what do you want? You have to like muster up every amount of strength to like just answer them, like... Sandwich. Yeah, what do you want to drink? You have to think about it. Like, vodka and orange juice, please. And hope that's what you said. Like... But yeah, I want to push it to 200. See what happens. I mean, face is already getting melty at 150. See what happens at 200. 400, you start hallucinating. But on a plane, yeah, I don't know.
Is that really a frontier you want to push in a contained environment?
Let's test and see if the sky marshals are still on every flight.
But isn't 150 doing it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it gets better. I think your experience plateaus and then goes off a cliff.
We end up zip-tied in the back of the plane.
Yeah.
In a cage.
Air Marshal's like, what is wrong with you,
like
sir?
from Con Air.
You are insane.
The big story from this week seems to be that you can toss out your marijuana at the airport in Las Vegas. Which, didn't they do a bunch of stories about this in Denver when they legalized it?
So basically, raid the little boxes in Las Vegas, everybody.
Raid them? Oh, really?
Free weed in these little boxes, the amnesty boxes.
So the people coming off the flights, from...
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
It's a big green box. It says disposal for prescription and recreational drugs.
Exactly, so you know where to steal.
And it's got like the little dropping off the bank deposit type of drawer on it. And it's definitely padlocked on the side. It doesn't necessarily look built into the ground there, so...
Just take it.
Smart move.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to do a drive-by on an airport, which I probably wouldn't recommend, especially not these days.
No, definitely not.
People are kind of...
That sounds like the best idea ever.
No, it's the worst idea ever.
But if you did, oh boy, what you would find.
Some crazy shit.
Anything that, I mean...
Could be anything.
It could be anything. I mean, it says
LSD,
prescription and recreational drugs.
Yeah. Acid.
But I don't think if you're looking to ditch your sheet of acid, you're probably not going to do that at the airport.
Getting on that plane.
Who knows?
Before you get on the flight for the worst flight of your life.
Yeah.
But this totally makes sense. I mean, if you're a smoker, you enjoy it. Why not? It's the best. If you know how to dose yourself properly, then it's a good way to fly on a plane. It's a nice, relaxing ride. If you're a hyper nervous flyer, I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend it.
Saying it in indica.
Yeah.
Sit there and your face melts. And you just want them to leave the snack basket.
But you may have some in your pocket that you forget, and you come up across this big green bin, and you're like, oh, that's right. Gotta get rid of my drugs.
No, you don't do that. That's the airport. You go to federal jail, they get you with drugs there.
Damn.
Make sure you are clean before you go. Although, I am the man who told you a story about going through security of the joint in my pocket. So.
Nice.
So amnesty boxes are offered as a way to help people comply with the ordinance. That ordinance being not flying with drugs. Right?
Although, but what if you're flying from Las Vegas to Portland? Or from Las Vegas to Seattle? Or
Vegas
to Los Angeles? What if you're going where weed's legal?
I imagine it's as much of the West Coast is now has it legalized, there are specific flights that just go back and forth between areas where it's legal. I mean, certainly from Vegas to
Take
LA.
a long time. A lot of times I'll have a connector flying out of Portland that connects in Seattle. You know, once a year I seem to connect at LAX for something. Like,
I remember the one last year.
oh yeah,
Because I was at the airport. I was at Vegas' airport at the same time.
I slept
It
at the
does say
fucking
they're-
airport.
does say in the story they're bolted to the ground
Listen, stoners.
and
we're
designed so that
Some guys just
marijuana
hogging
and
it.
prescription drugs can only be dropped in, not taken out.
Yep. So blowtorch, everybody.
Right. I'd be like that kid in the claw machine.
Yeah,
There you go.
man found inside Amnesty box.
Yeah.
He was plenty high.
Yeah.
We were driving by. We thought someone threw a match in there.
He just waved at us. He didn't say he needed help. He just waved at us. Like,
Like, no, I'm
good,
good.
guys.
I just dropped my keys in there.
yeah.
This is my new home. Don't worry about me.
Do you need help? No.
I need the exact opposite of help.
Or better,
Yeah.
I would just convince
Drink.
everyone that my kid had crawled in there.
No. My kid climbed in a claw machine,
And then they
so I
crack it
crawled in
open.
here.
Yeah.
I'd crack it open and I'd immediately jump in and hug what was just a pile of drugs and then run away with it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he said something about a football, and he needed a
Yeah.
lighter.
You guys have a grocery bag nearby.
My son is in there. He's dressed in an Oscar the Grouch costume, and he had his rain poncho on. It was clear. I told him he looked like a big bag of drugs.
Yeah.
Then I tried to steal him.
And then I told him to get in the box.
Get in the fire.
Get in the box.
CBS
Home Alone.
is busted miss.
What?
They have a story about legalizing medical marijuana. Mention legalizing medical marijuana, and people often link two things. This will prompt teens to think marijuana use is okay, and more will start using it. And no, since when has it ever worked that something legalized became more cool?
Yeah, exactly. You remember being a teenager? Hey, all the adults love it. Let's all hop right on this.
You want to do the
Said
exact
no teenager
opposite
ever.
of what everyone over 30 is doing.
You're gonna lead to sober teenagers.
Yep.
Also, that legalizing marijuana will reduce the number of adults overdosing on opioids. As it turns out, neither has proven to be true. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe this is the first time somebody's actually studied the links and see if there was something there or if it was just correlation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's something that we've talked about before, the statistics of where cannabis is legal, opioid deaths aren't as bad as they are in other states.
Right.
That it seems to be doing something.
Burrito consumption up in all of these states.
But that's like one of those freakonomics stats that is really difficult to prove or even disprove because it's more conceptual. I don't know how many people would you have to study and what would you have to know about their use and their life and everything in order to make a determination between would this person have stayed on pills for their back pain until they were buying heroin off the street and then dying of an overdose, or would they have found legal cannabis and went that route instead? These are not provable things. We can't live our lives like It's a Wonderful Life,
Right.
and see alternate histories and how things will turn out and decide to go back and say, you boy, what day is it?
Yeah.
What movie is this?
Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
I was right? Wow.
No, that was
I know.
I was about to be like,
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yes.
Go give me a Christmas goose with all the trimmings.
If only I could have legalized weed. Oh, but you can, Ebenezer.
yeah.
There's still time. I think we can all agree with the debunking of the escalating teen use in states where it's legal. It just hasn't happened. So I agree with CBS on that. I think you guys are on the same page.
Yes.
Their other point about it lowering opioid overdose or abuse, it's kind of a hard thing to prove, but like anything, follow the money. There is a prominent Democratic senator Kristen Gillibrand of New York,
Oh, her.
who said to them it's competition, talking about Big Pharma, saying to them it's competition for chronic pain, and that's outrageous because we don't have the crisis in people who take marijuana for chronic pain having overdose issues. It's not the same thing. It's not as highly addictive as opioids are. And it states in this story as well on Forbes, in 2016, Insys Therapeutics, which makes products containing fentanyl and other opioids, as well as a synthetic version of the cannabinoid THC, donated $500,000 to help defeat a marijuana legalization measure that appeared on Arizona's ballot last year. Remember? Arizona almost had a chance, and we were like, what?
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, because Big Pharma got involved.
John McCain, looking at you. It's your state, buddy.
Yeah, wasn't he? He was one of the big takers on the NRA,
He's
too,
the
right?
number one
Mhm.
taker for the NRA.
Look at him. What a maverick.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can't say anything bad about him.
Because he's a war hero. He's a president.
Hey,
It's
a quality. War heroes can be dicks, too.
Donnie John likes people who
They
don't
can be
get
crooked.
captured. All right.
Yeah.
Like he had a fucking choice.
Right. I remember that. That was new low number 37, I think we were at.
Yeah, that was like
number 37.
That was like
Jesus.
We eventually...
That was 160 new lows ago.
Right, yes. we don't know where the bottom is on it.
I mean, if I'd have told you a year ago, I mean, now we know anything's possible, but if I'd have told you a year ago, hey, there's going to be this weekend in January where the press says fucking shithole like 3 million times. You're like, nah.
A year ago, I would have said, well, but then Trump said it like publicly or something.
Yeah.
No, at the start, I'd have been like, nah, we're not that insane. Oh, no, it's...
Either Trump or an Olympic athlete said it on TV.
Everything is on the table at this point, everybody.
Yeah. Gloves are off.
All right, there's an article in High Times about a man named Pete Sessions.
Jeff Sessions' brother?
No relation.
Oh, okay.
Congressman from Texas. It says that Congress can't vote on cannabis anymore because of this man. It's a Republican congressperson from Texas that serves on the chairman of the House Rules Committee. And apparently this is a committee that decides what type of legislation gets to the floor. And he's dead set against any kind of legalization of cannabis. So until this guy's out of office...
How old is he?
This might be the Sessions that we have to worry about instead of Jeff Sessions.
Instead of the Keebler Elf.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Well, as far as we know, this Sessions isn't suspect of colluding with Russians, so he doesn't have that looming over
This
him.
guy's 62. Could be a minute.
No, yeah, not in his lifetime.
Yeah.
Well, he's from Texas, too, so... I mean, I don't think the Democratic wave is going to flow all the way through Texas.
Oh, you ready for this?
It's going to dry up when it gets to maybe Dallas. I don't know. I don't know Texas. I don't know anything about Texas.
Juanita Sessions.
Who?
That was his first wife.
Whoa.
What are you saying? I keep trying to hand this to Rob.
I know.
Thought I have it.
Sorry.
Bea, you all right over there?
Did she change her fucking
He's
name?
good.
Who are you talking about? His ex-wife? What are you doing? Are you in the dark web over there?
Yeah.
Are you going to blackmail this guy?
I'm doxing him right here on the Weekend Podcast.
You're taking
Damn,
deep.
you're doxing today.
Nah,
I just read this story.
this is
I don't know.
Wikipedia. All the available information.
Wow. We're still... the California market is still virgin. It's not even 2 months into it, into legalization. And already some areas are dropping their tax rate on cannabis.
Nice.
Why is that?
I think because they're understanding that they're actually going to get more tax money from a more profitable legalized system that doesn't have to fight against the black market than they would the little bit of amount they would get that tourists would go through and regulars would get their shit from their regular black market connection. Leafly had a story about in Berkeley, their highest tax rate in the state, which was 34.25%.
Shit.
That included a 10% local tax on top of the state and the excise tax.
Damn.
So they're taxing it. Berkeley's taxing another 10% on top of. Let's see, the novelty of buying $24 grams and $70 eighths
Yeah.
wore off. Retailers faced a stark reality.
So I'm guessing there was an initial push, and now a lot of these shops are ghost towns.
Yeah.
Going,
That's what they're talking about in here.
Yeah.
A lot of the regular customers are gone. So yeah, they're basically working off of tourists, and that's not enough to keep a regular business going when it comes to, something that you're walking people out the door because you're overcharging.
Well, it's
and
fucking
the
California.
Yes.
Every business, my job, I deal with business owners, and so far, every business owner, I know you're not supposed to say every and always and never, but so far, every business owner I've talked to that does business in California wants fucking out of California.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I dealing business in what, because it's a logistical nightmare for a small businessman. All the fees, the taxes, and
A lot of people there, though. Like, if you've got a shop already in, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's people who own shops in multiple states now. So if you've got a shop in, in Denver and Oregon, just saying, you're not going to go into that whole stretch of that West Coast that is just pretty densely populated throughout. A lot of cannabis smokers. And at the right price, and if you can keep your price low enough, you can do away with the local black market that's been in place for decades.
Oh, there's already shops. I can tell you there's a chain I can tell you that's got a shop in Vegas and they got a shop in Portland.
Yeah.
I've been to both of them.
Yes. You have a question over there?
No, I was just going to say the whole thing with California, everything's stupid expensive.
Well, because of that. Because you got to
that's
pay.
what I'm saying. Everything, it's everything. It's not just would be the marijuana. It's everything.
States got their hand on it every
I know.
turn.
No, I'm just
The
saying.
real estate,
No, because when I was
a
out
gallon
there,
of milk,
me
a
and
loaf
my
of
friends
bread.
went to eat.
and a stick of butter.
It was a quarter
Was
of what
it?
you would have paid here.
Damn. I couldn't imagine that.
It's ridiculous. It makes you want to cry.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Makes you want to holler. Throw up both your hands.
Yeah.
Both the fists.
You said ridic. Is that a thing now, Rob?
On a Chili's commercial, it is.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They said "ridic" on Chili's.
Yeah.
They do.
On
They-
Chili's.
they
Like
do.
it's
It's
There is a really
like a
ridiculous
show.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know
because they
anything
brought back
ridiculous.
the baby back, baby back, baby
No,
back.
they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
But
I don't-
then there's more.
They're really ridiculous.
Breathe.
It's Chili's.
Right. Who gives a fuck?
Who goes there?
I do.
I've been there once, but I think I was on foot, or for some reason I was like, "There's food."
Last time I went to a Chili's, they served me the worst steak I ever had. I told them it was the worst steak I ever had.
You
And
did?
they did nothing. So I haven't been back to a Chili's since.
What did you expect from them?
I cheered out a chicken at Red Robin in Taylor, and then never went back to that place. It was a stupid old man shit too. I don't know. They were just really rude about not accepting my coupon. They can't even say it.
Good.
We got Peter with the
Straight
chicken.
This dipshit's mad about his coupon over here.
Well, they have some rewards program that I signed up for, right? And you buy your shit. You get a discount of 20% if you order through the app. And I ordered through the app and it didn't work. And then I call them and ask if they got my order through the app, and they're like, "Nah, that shit hasn't been working." And I was like, "All right, well, here's my order." And then I went and picked it up. And then I was like I went through your fucking hoops. You're not going to give me the 20%. Well, you have to pre-register for that. And
I tried.
Yeah. It's not your fault.
But the chick at the bar that was giving my food was just like, "I don't think we do that," right? And then goes and gets her boss, and she was like, "We don't do this, right?" And I'm like, "That's not how you ask." And he's like, he looks at it, he looks at the app, and he's like, "Nah, I don't think we do that." And he's like, "You got to pre-register." I'm like, "It doesn't say it anywhere on there." You guys don't know what this is, and you just want to say no, and you're being jerks about it.
Yeah.
And give me my food, and I'm not coming back. It's just,
Man.
Like, the chick was just flabbergasted that I was upset with her.
You had every right, though.
You're working at Red
I just
Robin.
know.
You'll be close in 10 years.
Every right? Sure, I had every right. I mean, was it a good waste of the 5 minutes that I spent?
Sure.
And then getting angry about nothing? It was a shitty burger anyways. They just put... I always get the 5-alarm burger, and they just put straight up, like, raw chopped jalapenos on it. You know, they should be pickled with the seeds and everything. It's a good distribution of heat. It's a good taste, a good texture. And it was, like, sliced like a 1/4 inch thick, too.
Jesus.
I don't get it. Maybe some like it. Some like nacho cheese.
I prefer real cheese.
Get
The cheese sauce out of here. Now, cheese sauce
the cheese out.
is an abomination.
You're an abomination.
Real cheese is where it's at.
See, I told you I'm turning into an old man.
Yeah.
This is an old man car that I drive. I call it Cherry Bomb to make it sound hip, but like
After a 40-year-old song.
then I go and
That's
argue
your
with somebody
midlife
over
crisis
coupons
car.
on my smartphone.
Yeah.
They look at me like, this guy probably just doesn't know how to operate it.
Whatever, give me my burger. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
You did it. We have lots of choice in podcasts. Thank you for choosing us. I flew today, sorry. At the Weezeman 420 on Twitter and on the gram.
The Weezeman Podcast.
That's how you get a hold of us. You can also email the show, the Weezeman Podcast, at ChristopherMedia.net. Check us out every Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
Stay high.
Stay high, baby.
Stay high.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool. Only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool. Only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.